Welcome to the Captain's Log with me, Captain Christina Zamora from blogtrek.net. The Captain's Log is a podcast where I document my day and style it like a Star Trek episode. If you enjoyed the podcast, check out blogtrek.net where I have pictures, stories, and more. I hope you like this subspace transmission. Captain's Log Supplemental. I decided to visit Starfleet Academy, my old university, on a whim. A lot of memories come to mind when I'm here, mostly good. Being accepted into Starfleet was always a hope of mine growing up. Having the love of my life with me was a dream come true. When I look back on those memories, I think about the times we would go study in the library together, how we would bring lunch for each other, and how we got to cross the stage holding hands. We were so optimistic for the future back then. Had we known at the time that she'd be dead 8 years later, and that none of our dreams came true, I wonder what we would have done differently. One thing I try to be mindful of when thinking about how changing the timeline would impact the future is the unintended negative impact such a thing would cause. If Q could teleport me back in time, what happens to my kids as they are? Do they cease to exist? Or would they carry on in this timeline just without me? Either result would be incredibly selfish. Not to mention all the people I've helped from then on to now. I probably wouldn't have encountered most of the people I've helped change for the better. And to go back to the question, what do I do differently, assuming I could freeze this timeline to take an alternate course of action? I guess in an ideal universe, I would be able to bring that Michelle to this future so she could at least watch her kids growing up. Aside from trying to bring her to the future, I wouldn't change much just to not ruin how the kids came out. She didn't accept me being trans. I don't think that I would have stayed with her. We were very good friends, however, and I probably would try to have her as a roommate because if there's one person in this world I could trust, it was her. I spent so much time with Michelle. I'm not used to socializing with other people. I took for granted how easy it was for me to talk to her. She was an intellectual peer, had a lot of the same interests as me, and I knew I could count on her when things were serious. She wasn't without her faults, but I do wish I could walk with her out here and have a long conversation about everything that's happened. Just have her spend time with the family. Uh, and that is the conclusion of this entry for the captain's log. Um, I hope you liked it, and um, there's pictures that supplement this and more. Blogtrek.net. I hope you have a good day. Thank you for joining me.